So can we have a big round of applause for Janice Windle? Thank you!
Thanks, Ernie. I knew it was me when you lowered the microphone. Thank you. Yes, to be honest, I'm not writing a lot of new things at the moment because I've gone back to painting for the moment. What I brought, this is a bit of fun. It's National Open Mic Month. There are enough months and days and poetry months and so on. So this is National Open Mic Month. Stand up and let us hear it for the slammers and the ranters who rhyme till you can't bear it, for the sensitive young chanters of songs to loves they've lost, and reciters of long mantras to the gods in whom they trust. Let's have a real big hand for the brave and the confused, the writers in the sand whose poems are infused with the politics of now and the fantasies of might be, and their theories of how the world could change. And nightly, let's praise the hosts and MCs who make room upon their stages for the 1,000 poets writing who don't earn any wages. Let's have a silence, thinking of bars and halls and pubs where punters gather drinking expensive beer in clubs, entertained by stand-up poets' arts of every race and creed, who open up their mouths and hearts and generously pay to read. Let's stay each long drawn evening and watch the poets bleed, and let's admit that we too have our own obsessive need.
Yay.
This is called anti-gravity. The capacity to fly a kite is inversely proportional to a man's gravity. His faith in the absurd is all that lets him hear the words of the birds cruising in the stratosphere. His kite tugs the rational tether that holds him to the earth's skin, until the string cuts wild arabesques in clouds, brands his hands with stripes of its will to freedom, hovering on roaring winds, the kite's frivolity. Quite a cruel little poem, really. I wrote it after watching a friend of mine eat a satsuma. How she ate the satsuma. Yes, I'm sorry, but I have to. Yes, every bitter shred. I must pick the yellow pith delicately, careful not to break the translucent membrane, not to let sweet juice flood across my pale, soft fingers. I must strip every white thread, turn the plump little body over and over and over and over, unveil the giving flesh, yes, lay it bare, pile each separate segment just so, ready to slide each one past my small, smiling teeth, to lie upon the altar of my tongue. Finally, I write myself a birthday poem. The last birthday was so traumatic in number that I wrote myself some epitaphs instead. Epitaph. She lived, she died, she posed, she lied, exposed herself and told the truth, by turns matured, returned to youth, not a beggar, not a queen, her life a stew of might have been, her life a stew of might have been. She died as she was born, so weak. Between she told some lies, some truths, gave of herself, and took as much. She never found the path that led to greatness, but she lived in hope. At 10, I thought I'd live forever. At 40, I thought I'll see 100 anyway. At 60, I thought I had another 20 years or so. At 70, I thought I better live for today. At 80, I shall begin to live only in each moment, as if I were living forever. Thank you.
Janice Windle.